Are we live?
Yeah, you're live.
Welcome to Friday Fish Facts. I'm your host, Ron Santis. Well, we've been trying to get this one for, a little while. Oh, that's a nice shot. We've been trying to get this one going for a little while, but, you know, it's been hard. I mean, we tried like around November to try and get going. We tried to, you know, get it here now, and here we are. We're finally here with Ashley DeSantis, and we are hanging with Ashley DeSantis. So there's a little bit of a delay I've noticed because we don't have anything up on the top here, but you know, we're ready to go.
Ready to go.
So we're just kind of explaining to Ashley kind of like this is how it works here. We've got our chat right here and our monitor right here so we can see what's going on in our camera right over there.
Yep.
So we're good to go. So the volume is very low. Okay, appreciate that. Let's see if we can fix that a little. You hold this.
Okay.
And how does it look when we come in here? Can we hear it a little better? I think that's good. It's delayed a little. Can you hear us any better now? Everything sound okay? I think so. There's a little bit of a delay. That's okay. We've got Savage Aquatics, hello. We've got ASAP Fishing, hello. Fancy Tail Aquatics, hello. Island Queen, hello. Mandy from My Hectic Lives, hello. Vinosky Tank, hello. Vinosky Tank was the winner of our 1,000 subscriber giveaway.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations.
And Callahan Entertainment, why would I watch this when I can walk 3 doors down and sit in the room in person? Corey, if you want to get up, come on down. We've got another YouTuber, a big YouTuber, 3 doors down. He is not a fish tuber, but he is a YouTuber. Come on down, join in the live stream. We would love to have you here. So I figured, you know, what are we going to talk to Ashley about? Well, Ashley is a big, especially in the early days, we just had 1 year on YouTube. Early days of Friday Fish Facts, Ashley did quite a bit, and even now she does quite a bit.
Just a little bit.
So all the beginning videos, which were all one take because there was no editing and they were like 30 seconds to a minute, Ashley was the woman behind the counter there.
Yes.
Camera.
It's become a little bit better now because I've done a little bit more editing and made them look a little bit nicer.
For sure. So Ashley's edited 2 of the videos that are out there. One of them's got 1,000 views. It's the How to Clean a Fluval FX6.
Yeah.
And the other one is Top 5 Nanofish.
Oh yes, that was my most recent one.
And I'm hoping to get Ashley to edit another one. I've got one in mind that we'll shoot and film, and it's going to be a care guide on a specific fish. And I'm hoping that Ashley will edit that one too.
If you ask me nicely.
If I ask her nicely, she might. So, normally, you know, my normal thing with my interviews is we do Google Hangouts, and I've got a list of questions ready to go, and I rattle them off as we go, and we have people in the chat, and they ask their questions as well, and you can still bring your questions to Ashley. I'm just going to fly off the top of my head today because, you know, we have to cut the live stream short today because Ashley's got spin. So, there you have it. So, when we had Rachel O'Leary on, Ashley got to talk.
I was really excited.
Ashley got to talk to Rachel for a while, like 20, 30 minutes before.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because Ashley has the same job that Rachel had before she started her fish room. Ashley, you want to go into your job a little?
I'm a registered veterinary technologist or technician, and I work in a specialty hospital in Langley, as well as I teach at the veterinary technician college in our community. So I was really excited to meet Rachel because she was also previously a veterinary technician, and we had a lot to talk about the care of small animals, but also with the care of fish, which I do not have as much experience at all as Rachel, but I was trying to get some tips from her and just get her opinion on that because I'm still learning on that regard. So, but it was really awesome chatting with her and getting her perspective and just hearing about her employment history and all her experiences and different fun stories as a vet tech.
Of course you have a wrench, Mandy. Of course you do. We've got Dr. S in the house. We have got Rob93. Enjoyed your stream earlier today, Rob. Rob is in the house. Pro Team Aquatics, all the way from India, is in the house today.
Wow.
We have got V-Stag. Hello, V-Stag. How are you? I'm going to follow along in the chat here, and thank you very much for everyone for dropping those likes. We really appreciate it.
We do.
We noticed there was a high volume of streams going on before I went on too. There's 5 people going at the time that we fired this one up, so we may have a little bit of a slower start getting into the chat to start, but that's okay. We're just kind of here to hang out and say hello. So hello, Sean. Now, Ashley is the better aquascaper in the family.
Oh, you're being nice.
She didn't skate this tank, but she did every other tank.
I did a little bit.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Can you reach the back?
I can't reach the back. And I also have a really hard time reaching the bottom, but I'm really good at telling Ron where I think things should go.
Yeah, she's good at telling me what to do.
And I also did the Java moss on the big piece of driftwood.
That's true.
Thank you very much.
So I actually did do the Java moss on this wood. This wood was in the 90 gallon before, when it kind of used to look similar to that. Now we've changed up the 90 gallon, but she did put that in there. The reason I was mentioning Ashley's aquascaping for a second here, Sean, which Ashley has watched a lot of his videos on his aquascaping tanks because she absolutely loves Sean's tanks.
Yes, I do. They're beautiful.
So Rob has got 20 on you if we start a fight.
Well, you never know. You never know.
Folks.
You never know.
So we've got our Pinot Noir tonight.
We do, yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to all of you and all
Cheers.
of you supporters.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Another big hobby of ours is our wine, which we're lucky enough to live by one of the top 10 places in the world for wine, which is the Okanagan. If you ever see K-Town Reefer, he's in Kelowna. He lives right in the heart of wine country.
Oh, so lucky.
So back to our aquascaping for a second. Now Ashley has talked about, maybe a CO2 tank or that because she's really into getting into the red plants and stuff like that.
I'd really like to start a CO2 tank. I'd really like to get some of the colorful plants and get a more diversified amount of plants in our tanks as well.
So when we go to the fish auction, okay, let's get a little bit of background on Ashley's fish history when we start. Now, when I first started dating Ashley, which was, we've been married for 11 years, so 13 years. She had 2 bettas in her room and 2 little bowls. I know. And
I'm sorry.
Stanley and Merlin. She wasn't a huge, obviously she's a big animal person because she's a vet tech, who, by the way, she specializes in
anesthesia,
which she had to go to Chicago to do that. So she was actually the first one in our province to have that specialization.
Yes.
10th one in Western Canada.
Yeah.
And now she teaches the program at the local.
One of the people that teach.
One of the people.
One of the
that
instructors.
teaches the program. Anyway, back to the betas. Oh, by the way, hi Cameron, learning to fish keep. How are you? Gigi Adams, hello. What's going on? Mile High Plecos, yo, yo, yo. So back to her history. So she had a couple of bettas. And at the time, I didn't have tanks anymore. She knew that I had tanks when I was a kid, and that I used to breed guppies for profit and stuff like that. But then I kind of stopped, life got busy, moved out, moved around, whatever. So then we
I did not know the extent of his interest in fish.
So then our son, who when he's 5 years old, he's 8 now, really wants a tank. So we get a tank. It was my buddy gave him a tank, a 2.5 gallon with a betta in it. The cat knocked it off the shelf. It was like a plastic one. It smashed. Next thing you know,
Grandma saved the betta and the frog.
That's true.
So props to Grandma because she saved them.
That's true. Grandma did save them. So Grandma saves, scoops them up with a cup, scoops up the betta, scoops up the frog. I bomb down, get a 29 gallon tank. Like a starter kit, flugel starter kit from our local pet land. Set it up. Life is good. 1 fish tank. Then, we got the next fish tank, the 90 gallon, which I found on Craigslist. Liz.
Which took a lot of convincing.
A lot of convincing.
A lot
Okay, now we
of
have two.
convincing.
Now Ben really wants a fish tank, so then Ben gets a fish tank in his room for Christmas. 10
Yeah.
gallon. And then I really wanted this tank, which some of you, I reposted on my community tab today, the video of when we bought this tank. So would you say it took you a little while to warm up to this tank?
I would say it took me more than a little while to warm up to this tank.
So actually wasn't in love with it at
No.
first.
No, I was not.
And if you watch the
If you watch the video, you'll see why.
you'll see her reaction to when it was sitting in the garage. And so anyway, so this room in here, like there was holes in this wall from when we bought the house. There was this old carpet and everything. So she's like, "Where are you gonna put that tank?" I'm like, "Well, it fits in that nook." And she said, "Well, you're not putting it there on top of that carpet behind that wall because you're never gonna fix it anyway." I'm like, "Okay." So obviously I'm motivated to do stuff now, and so I ripped out the carpets and fixed the holes in the wall. Ashley painted it. Put the tank.
I did paint it, yeah.
Yeah,
That I did paint.
Ashley's the painter in the family too.
Yeah.
Fix the holes, and there you go. Tank is up and running.
And it looks beautiful, and now I'm completely on board with it. It just took me a really long time to accept it because it was more than I was expecting is all. But now I think it's beautiful and he's done an amazing job with it.
And Ashley really is into it now, actually. She was even saying
Yeah.
the other day. And that's Amelia, right over there.
I'm just trying to say hi.
And then we got our fifth tank, which was just a quarantine tank, 20 gallon tank, is now in Amelia's room. It is her tank, which means I don't have a quarantine tank. Now Ashley had said no more tanks, but lately she's been
We need a
thinking,
quarantine tank.
we do.
We do.
And also
Maybe at the auction,
the AGA one.
the AGA auction. Although I don't know if they'll have tanks. So if not, maybe at our local auction, we'll be able to snag a cheap tank for a quarantine tank. And I'm thinking that what I can do is we can have it as a quarantine tank, but maybe it can be my tank to learn how to do CO2 on and plant some more plants and make it this beautiful luscious tank. And then we can have it as a quarantine, and then I can always sell some plants at the auction and enjoy it that way. That's how I envision it, but I don't know how Ron envisions it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you'd also talk about doing a specific to shrimp tank.
Oh, I would like a little tiny,
Like a rimless
topless 5
Yeah,
gallon, rimless. Sorry,
Topless? And there's children watching. There's a question for you, Ashley, from Mile High Plecos. What's your favorite pleco?
Ooh, I really like our blue Phantom pleco.
That is the
Oh.
L128.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, I really like the blue Phantom, but my favorite is the one that our kids have named Popcorn, and it's our Gold Nugget
This is
pleco.
L18 Gold Nugget pleco.
That one is my favorite right now that we currently own.
We also kind of differ a little on fish. Ashley always says,
Or a lot.
or a lot. Ashley always says, I want something big.
I like them big and
Like it's
colorful.
And colorful.
Big and
It's
colorful. And I like to have different shaped ones. So I really liked having our angelfish because they were big and they're beautiful and they're different shapes than the other ones, and they kind of went all through the tank instead of just at the top or just at the bottom.
Yeah.
We have very different tastes in fish, and we also have very different tastes in dessert.
That's true. I'm more of a chocolate person. She's more of a fruit person.
It's true.
And you're more
I
of a
don't know
pie
how-
person. I'm more of a cake person.
Yeah, I prefer appies, he prefers desserts, so I don't know how we've lost
We got a few more people in here. The Salty Reef. Hello. We have got the JQ Channel Joe. Hello.
Hello?
We have got Terry Lindsay. Awesome to see Ashley on the
Hi,
screen.
Terry!
I love her energy and excitement for the hobby, especially when we were at the auctions. Terry Lindsay is always with us at the auctions.
He is, and he definitely sees me and the kids and you in action, and I have to admit, I get really into it. I'm competitive, and I like to win. So that sometimes hurts the bank account a little bit. Doesn't it, Terry?
Chris Weber, Palmer Aquatics, thank you very much. $2.99 super chat. Hello,
Oh,
fish
thank
friends.
you.
Hey, hey. Thank you very much, Chris. Chris, I watched your stream the other day. I was lurking kind of, / driving, so I couldn't participate. But I saw when Joey, the King of DIY, came on, and he dropped you that $100 super chat. That was awesome, man. I'm sure that totally made your day. That was super cool.
Yeah.
Rick Van Winkle, hey, just stopped by and gave a thumbs up. Thank you
Thanks
very
very
much.
much.
Thank you very much for stopping in, and thank you for dropping a thumbs up. So probably one of the other things I would say when we differ on fish is the expense of how much a fish costs.
Yes. I
So,
agree.
I mean, you did just say popcorn is your favorite pleco, which was the most expensive fish we have in here, which was
Yeah.
$70.
Yeah.
But again, a L18 can grow up to 8 inches, but Ashley always says, not in our tank, it's not going to. Well, it's a 220 gallon.
I just don't see it growing up to that big.
And it might not
I
get.
just don't see it. I'm sorry. But I don't have the knowledge that everyone else has. I just have to be patient, and I'm not patient.
My
People
dad
ask-
warned me about that when we met, that Ashley has no patience for anyone or anything. But she's gotten a lot better since I've known her.
I'm working on it.
Also, the clown loaches, like the clown loaches grow, but they grow slowly.
I love the clown roaches, but they do grow really slowly. And I just really would like to, I really love this tank now, but I'm excited for when a bunch of the fish are a lot bigger, so then we have some really big fish that, people walk in and they're like, whoa, look at those big fish.
Yeah.
I just like them.
Angela's Fish Tanks, hello, that is another Canadian in our house. The JQ channel says, Ron, your channel is 2 times as big as it was when I found you. I think your channel is probably 4 times as big as when I found you, Joe. And that's
awesome.
My channel's only gotten bigger because of the great people that watch and have come on this channel.
I don't know about me, but you have had some pretty awesome guests and you have some pretty awesome subscribers.
I do.
So we appreciate it. So thank you very much.
The aquarium, hello there. So back to the types of fish that we like to keep. So the 9-gallon over here, which when we did the fish room tour, had 2 big breeding angels in there. I sold them. Ashley loves angelfish, and it's not like I was like, oh, I don't like them, I'm selling them. They were picking on the electric blue gold head rams that I absolutely love
That we got at the auction.
in the 90-gallon. Picking on them, nipping. I was like, okay, tomorrow I'm taking the rams out. I get home and one of them's dead.
He was not happy.
Not impressed. Then
And
our
then
oldest
my angels got blamed.
Not yet, yeah. Well, not yet. Then, now this is the pleco's own fault. But
This was
the oldest pleco, her name was Sticky.
Her name was
which is
Sticky.
the regular
She was
Russell Hunts.
She was our original pleco. The kids were
Yeah, she's
very,
about 3 years. We've had her for about 3
very
years.
sad.
So, I mean, often, okay, so I used to keep the angels in the 29-gallon. When they had eggs, I'd move them, because otherwise they would eat the eggs or the wigglers. Well, the first time I did that, I forgot that I had the pleco in there, and the pleco ate the eggs. So I knew that the pleco was going to go after the eggs. So, down the road, I know I don't want to breed these angelfish anymore, so whatever, they're going to eat them. So they're all in the 90-gallon. We're going to make the 29-gallon a nano tank, nano fish tank, nano species because they're shrimp too. So the pleco keeps going after the eggs. The angelfish are really big now, getting very territorial, and I come home, the pleco's dead. The only thing I can think of is the pleco, because nothing else. The water parameters were good. The pleco wasn't exceptionally old. She's only 3. Bristlenose can live longer than that. So I said to Ashley, what are we going to do here? Then the angels started turning on each other, kind of.
Yeah, and the white one picked on the black one.
Yeah. So then I took them, sold them, and got like 3 times what I paid for them. So it kind of worked out.
It kind of worked out, but I still miss them. And I think, is it Lucky Schmuck who has angels?
Aquafunk.
Aquafunk, I'm sorry. Aquafunk, he has angels. And
So does
he's got
Log 93.
Oh, and so you guys will understand that I was very sad and disappointed to get rid of them because they were beautiful and we had them from really small and they grew so big and I like big fish, and everyone came over and they'd be like, whoa, those fish are huge and they're beautiful.
Yeah,
and
they were beautiful.
they just put smiles on my faces, but then once they started to pick on each other, I had to accept that it was time to separate them and
Yeah.
send them to a better home. So They got rehomed from the pet store, and then we made a profit on them, like Ron said, from 3 times as much as what we paid for them. So it was bittersweet, and I still look at the 90 and think, oh, the angels were so pretty.
But we do have a plan for it, which we will get into.
Yeah.
I just want to say hello to Basshead30. What are the dimensions of the tank in the back? Well, the tank behind me is a 220 gallon. It is 6 feet long.
18D?
I think 18 or 24D.
Yeah.
And 36 high.
Ooh, 24D.
24D, 36 high. I think. No, 28 high. I can't remember. I knew at one point because I got the biggest tank that would fit through the door.
He's not lying. He like measured everything to a T and knew exactly what he wanted because he was originally considering a bow front, but then he couldn't get it through the door.
I'm glad I didn't.
And then he started asking me about changing the door and doing rentals, and I was like, absolutely not. No. Happy wife, happy life is what I hear. And I was like, you will not have a happy life if you start cutting out the door. So he had to measure and know exactly what he needed.
Jason Fish Tropic, another Canadian, is in the house. Hello, Jason.
Hello.
Aquafunk is late.
Aquafunk. We were just talking about him.
We were.
His angels.
Sim Racing 604 says, hubba hubba, hey, looking good, Ash.
Thanks.
Sim
Thank
Racing
you.
604, is your wife watching? May have to tell her.
Thanks, Sim Racing.
My High Pleco says, happy life when wife says yes. To all things, my High Pleco. To all things. What's more wine?
Yeah.
Okay, so we kind of got, okay, so anyway, so now the 90 gallon tank. So here's the plan going forward. I'm getting 10 half-inch Pistogramma cockatoides, which I'm going to put in another tank and grow them out a bit. Then I'm going to put them in the 90 gallon. Yesterday, we were at the fish store and there was one singular, a Pistogramma Borelli, which that's how it was sold. I'm pretty sure it's a steel blue, but they're often, if you're not sure about the steel blue is what is believed to be a man-made creation because they don't know that they've ever found them in the wild. And what they are is a blend between the Pistogramma Borelli and something else.
It's beautiful. I've ever.
It is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
You'll see pictures of it on Instagram when I post it. By the way, follow me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram as well.
Yes, follow us.
So what this tank is now is like dwarf Sagittarius. We've taken the angelfish out. There's 22 Raminos tetras in there. I counted yesterday, and there's a couple plecos. We'll add. It's got a nice black substrate, so I want to put super reds in there. Right now it's got calico and albino, but I might move the calico to here and the albino somewhere else. And then it's got some more tetras in there. It's got glowfish tetras because that is what Amelia wanted.
Amelia loves the glowfish, and we want her to stay passionate about it. So about the fish keeping. So those are her fish, the glowfish.
Okay, so nice, you guys. I can't wait to get that tank that is bigger than 125 for my giraffe catfish. Yeah,
Oh,
I know that
nice.
JQ channel is gonna put out another video. Giraffe catfish are cool. Corey's got a couple in his 800 gallon, but they do get big, like 3 feet long.
Oh wow,
So
yeah, definitely need a bigger
A good
tank
sand
eventually.
sifter.
Yeah.
Good sand sifter, but they could wreak havoc on your plants when they get bigger. Aquafunk, Jay is wondering, what are we drinking tonight? Jay, we are drinking a Pinot Noir from Eagle Bluff, which is at a golf course in Oliver called Fairview. Fairview is one of my top 2 golf courses in the Okanagan, and the winery, which I like better than Ashley does.
I like their dogs. They have really cute dogs.
What we were mentioning is wine is another one of the hobbies that we have.
Mm-hmm.
My High Plecos, next things next. Time for a dedicated fish room. LOL. Well, I have been running that past Ashley. So right now we have a fish house because we have 5 tanks. That's it. But there's 360 gallons because we have 2 big ones and then 3 smaller ones. They're throughout the house. Here's what I'm thinking. So in the room we are right now, we call this the hobby room. It's kind of like, it's got a nice floor, it's got a nice TV, it's got wine racks, it's got sports memorabilia, it's got 2 fish tanks. The kids' playroom is downstairs. Now I realize that the kids are 8 and 5, So
So they need a playroom.
they need a playroom at this point. However, down the road, I'm thinking that would be a great breeding, grow out, collect room. Like, not a room for show tanks because
Your friend's gonna start to win his $20.
Rob 93.
Yes.
Not a great one for like show tanks, but like collect, breed, do something. I think that'd be fun. Plus, like when my kids are like right now, I'm really active in my kids' life. Like both the
Because
kids.
you plan to not be later in their life.
Well, I mean, we're busy, right? We're smoking
Yes,
busy.
we're
Like,
busy.
both kids play soccer,
Yeah.
which I help coach. Ben, soccer. Both are in swimming. Both play baseball starting coming up, and I coach both their teams
Yeah.
6 days a week. And then in summers, you know, when they're older, I'm gonna have more time to. do
Fair
stuff
enough.
like that.
But when they're older, one day I am sure you will see Ron convince me of a fish room. I'm thinking maybe the spare room because it's a little bit smaller.
I think you want to make that into
But-
a wine room.
I do want to make
Wine
that into
cellar.
a wine room. So we have a spare room, and I'd also like to make that into a wine cellar or a wine room. And I'm sure there would end up being a fish tank in there as well. But I just don't think that we're ready or have the time for a fish room right now. I told him that if
We
he
don't.
wanted a fish room, he needs to think about having a fish store.
Right. Fish store. Yeah. I don't want to do that. I have a good job, and I like my job, and having a fish store is not ever going to happen.
Terry Lindsay got a hashtag.
Yeah, you did.
Nice.
Terry Lindsay, back in my heyday, the auction was always such a temptation. Many times I'd buy more fish than I had tanks for. The DeSantis is me 10 years earlier. The kids are the same. That's
Yeah,
true.
it's very true.
Aquafunk says that I have been disappointed in the fish auctions that I've been to normally. I find the auctions cost more than I can get the fish at the local store. That's interesting because
Yeah,
that's
that
quite
is
the opposite
interesting.
for
Yeah,
us.
we find quite the opposite at our local fish auctions. There's sometimes different breeds that we don't normally see at the fish stores, and almost always they're a lot more affordable than buying it at the fish store, unless you have like one person that's like determined to outbid you. But other than
Like a
that,
few years ago when I wanted Blue Dreams.
oh.
And I was like, I'm not putting my arm off until it breaks off.
And then I
Meanwhile,
was pulling his
Ashley's
arm
wrestling
down
at me.
because I was like, you are not spending that
Thank
much
you.
on shrimp. But
Now shrimp are a lot cheaper.
yeah, but yeah, no, we're pretty fortunate, I think, over here. We may not see some of the breeds that everyone else sees in the States as often, but we do get to see some different things at the auction for good prices. And plants.
And plants.
Yeah, lots of good things for aquascaping at the auction, and that's what I get excited about as well.
Bob Steamfod is in the house, Steamfod Aquatics. Bob, thank you so much for coming on last night. Or not last night, last week.
That's
Ben,
great.
my son Ben got to talk to Bob just before he went on, and he talked about that for a few days after that. And it was so much fun having you on, Bob. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry that your screen was not ready for your Monday night stream the following Monday, but I really appreciate you coming on. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And, you know,
And it also got Ben excited for the AGA.
the AGA, which we're going to the AGA,
Yeah.
which Bob's not going to,
Oh.
which is the Aquatic Gardeners Association, which is in May in Seattle.
Yeah.
So I know a bunch of, like, Corey's going to be there, Dean's going to be there, Tazawa Tanks is going to be there, Bentley's going to be there,
We're gonna be there.
we're going to be there. And I'm not sure who else is going to be there, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I think Terry
Now let
Lindsay
me
might be
just
there
see.
too.
Terry Lindsay is
Right?
definitely going to be there.
Yeah.
Long Island Fish Guy, hello, how are ya? Ball Dogs Tropicana, hello. My High Pleca says, be happy we don't live closer together. I would be a bad influence. Well, if I lived on the other side of the board, so
Oh, I can only.
you know the story
I can
of
only
My High
imagine.
Plecos, right? Like,
You have told me it.
so about he's got the Plecos in Denver, but where are we going to ship them to?
Oh yes, I've heard about this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's got the Super Reds and the Starlights, which I want, but
Ron wants them.
I don't have a plan to get them into Canada without paying $100 shipping, which I'm not in love with that idea.
Nor is his wife.
Aquafunk says that it's crazy watching the moss grow behind you. Yeah, I know, it grows like crazy. So I know it's kind of out of control right now, but like I was saying last week, I'm giving some to Flynn's Fish Forum, and so I haven't trimmed it. I trimmed it a little bit 2 days ago. Because the thing about Java moss is it gets into other plants and strangles it. So you have to maintain keeping it away from those other plants.
And that's when the bossy wife comes out, because I can't reach to the bottom or to the back of the tank. So when I see it starting to go into my other plants, I'll say to Ron, "You need to get in there. You need to get in there, and you need to you need to get out those little pieces so it doesn't strangle all the other plants." And it grows very readily. It's very easy, especially for people that are beginning. That's how I started when I was first learning. Because Terry Lindsay told me that it would be a good one for a starter plant.
There you go.
And he was right. Now we have that beautiful driftwood behind us.
So Aquafunk says, I always see people try to show how big their wallets are and driving the bid up. Terry Lindsay says, Aquafunk here in BC, we don't have strong LFS. The big box stores carry only the basics, fast moving breeds of fish. And Cameron's wondering, anyone going to Aquashella in Dallas? We are not, unfortunately.
We are not.
But
too far for us for right now.
Jesse HC Aqua, he lives in Hawaii.
Oh,
and he's got
lucky.
That's our favorite place.
It is our favorite place. Where in Hawaii?
I think Maui. He's got a great fishery. I've seen him many times. He says, hi Ron and Ron's wife. This is Ashley, by the way, Jesse.
Hello.
Terry Lindsay says, the other benefit of these auctions is fish acclimatized to our local water, which is an issue with imported fish farm. Which is also why I like to buy fish, like I'm buying those small pistogramis off somebody, I like to buy locally.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they're already born in our waters, I've got some juvenile L66 king tiger plecos, which are about $15.
Yeah, I got a good deal on those.
And they're bred in our water, so there's no, climatizing them to our tap water. It's already at the pH that, unless it's an extreme species that requires something, but for the majority, it works out just fine. We have got Candy Overhauls in the house. Hello, Candy.
Hello.
I don't know if Candy has seen this video, but we were just talking about it. It's when I've only been on YouTube for a year, so I got challenged to the Lemons for Leukemia.
That's still one of my
Which is
favorites.
Terry Lindsay was talking about it. Because I thought it would be fun, maybe if I did shots of tequila while I ate the lemon, and that didn't work out.
Didn't turn out well, and I couldn't keep the camera steady because I was laughing so hard behind the camera.
So if you ever have time and you want to see someone trying to do several shots of tequila in a row while they're eating a lemon, not a bad checkout.
Not a bad checkout. It'll make you laugh at the very least.
Okay, let me go here. Sorry, I've fallen behind a little bit. Mandy is going to Aquashella. That's awesome. I know, because she said it's 20 minutes for me. It'd be silly not to go. And I was like, Mandy's going to AGA, and then I thought to myself, Mandy lives in Texas. So I'm thinking Aquashella, which is in Dallas, is 20 minutes from her, not Seattle.
Ah, yes.
But that would be fun.
That would be very fun.
Long Island Fish Guy says, at my fish auctions, fish typically get sold for like 1/3 of what they're worth. Sometimes they're very rare fish too. Just so you know, in case you guys are interested, Long Island Fish Guy has a lot of monster fish. He's got stingrays and Oscars and big fish.
I like big fish.
She likes. Good night, JQ channel. Good night. See you later. Okay, and Terry Lindsay's giving some more tips about what to buy, how to buy at the auction. Buy early, buy late.
Yes, that is definitely true, because if you do it in the middle of the day, there's more people, and people jack the price up because they keep bidding.
Especially like, especially like, if you see, like, let's say there's 5 bags of Petrocolas. So the first bag of 2 goes for $20, probably. It's going to be one of the lower ones. Then the next one, people are like, okay, well, the next one's 22, 24, 26. I don't want to miss out, whatever.
Yep.
But if there's another bag at the end when everyone starts to line up to pay, then people are like, they've spent all their money, and they're ready to, pay and get out of there. So that's the next best time to...
Yeah. Oh, we got some good things right at the end of the auction as well, a few times for like a couple bucks.
The first time we ever got killifish.
Yep.
bought a bag of killifish for $2.
Yeah, it's really good. And Terry had given us the heads up at the beginning and at the end. You're going to get some good deals. We've learned a lot from Terry Lindsay. Well, I have, anyways.
I've done nothing.
He's given us some good tips, and he's helped me at the auctions with what's a good buy and what isn't, and when to put your number up and when not to. Yeah.
So there's also, back to YouTube for one quick second here. There is a, you're gonna have to go to spin soon.
Yes. Although I've had some wine, so I might have to. We'll see how that goes.
So back to YouTube for a sec. There is also an early video of that I had nothing to do with. Actually, just decided to shoot something and threw it on there. I think it's
What was it?
shrimp eating.
Oh yeah, yeah. I did do that. Yeah. I don't think it did very well, but I just thought that they were so cute with their little.
Nothing did well in the early days.
But they were really cute, those little shrimps.
Lisa's Fishbowl Life. Hello. So we're now that we're kind of on the subject of the channel a little bit. So we just had our 1 year, and we kind of started off just doing like for fun, just 30-second to 1 minute videos of little tips here and there. And then people started subscribing. So then we're like, okay, well let's make some longer videos, whatever. What are we gonna do? We started doing these hanging with videos, and people are awesome to come on, and they're doing really well, and we get to meet these like super cool fish tubers, which is like the best part of the whole thing. So that's really what I've been having a lot of fun with lately. And this YouTube for me, like doing it for a year, like it's a lot of fun, but I'm not gonna put a video out every week like I did the first year if it's just something thrown together at the last second. I just would rather not do it and, you know,
have one that you're more
do the things that
passionate about.
do the things that it's fun for, so it doesn't feel like an obligation. Like I'm not here to get rich or anything like that. I'm just here to have fun and
For the hobby.
and we're just kind of plugging away at it.
Yeah, and it's nice too because it gets the kids involved, and it's sort of the family hobby, and hopefully they'll want to be involved as they get older until they're teenagers and want nothing to do with us.
Hello, Dee down the wormhole. Just saw this was on. Dee is from Alberta.
Ah, hello.
She breeds bettas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And she's got she's got piranhas and stuff. I used to have piranhas when I was a kid too.
Nice. Our friend has piranhas.
Sean, $20 super chat. You guys are awesome.
Wow,
Sean, thank you very much.
Thank you
I
very
appreciate that, Sean.
much.
Thank you very much. Aquafunko saying that he wins the quiz for passion for pets, which I briefly stepped in on that live stream for a bit. I was kind of watching the aquarium co-op, but I did see that one. But then it was time for us to kind of get ready and get on this one. So Aquafunk has got a contest with Rob 93 and I think E-Money.
Yeah.
For trying to, and maybe Fish Keeping Jamaica, which is they're going to buy 2 bettas and try and breed them as fast as they can, and they've never bred bettas before.
Like each person is doing this, and then whoever breeds them first wins.
Yeah, but then Dee, who's down the wormhole, wants to join, but she obviously
But she knows how to breed bettas.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's got one
They're
up.
not letting the girls play.
Oh, maybe Ben should get in on that because he's got a male and a female.
Yes, we do have a male and
So maybe we should try and get in on that.
Dee, if you got any tips for us, the male keeps making a bubble nest and stuff.
Yeah. But there's no interest.
There's no interest right now.
Yeah.
Sean, thank you very much. HC Aqua says no girls allowed.
It's like the sign on our son's door.
And Terry Lindsay says Mile High Plecos. Ron, I told you we'll ship Mile High fish to my sister's place in Washington, so that might be an option there.
Ooh, that might be an option. And drive down and get them.
I believe he has the 182 Starlight Plecos. I've seen pictures of them. They're awesome. Super reds as well. He's also got a few Blue Phantoms, not for sale. And he's got the L134 Leopard Frog Pleco as well.
Oh wow.
Aquafunk says boys rule, girls drool. Aquafunk lives in a house full of girls, so.
Oh well. I guess I can see why he thinks that. But yeah.
Just so you know, the Pinot Noir is starting to taste really good. It was tasting good to start. This bottle is done. Our glasses are getting low. It's almost time to open another bottle. Maybe put the kids to bed first.
Maybe put the kids to bed
Put the kids
first.
to bed first,
And
then we'll open another bottle. That's probably going to be the plan for tonight.
Yeah.
What else have we got today? What else did we want to talk about today, Ashley?
Oh, my next project.
Ashley's next project. Let's give a little bit of background on what Ashley's done for some of her projects. She's been featured in a few videos.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley was featured in how to attach Java moss to driftwood,
Yeah.
which that video has done really well. To me, done really well. Just for me, for my channel, it has 1,000 views. If it has 1,000 views, I'm happy it's done really well.
Yeah.
That's one that has 1,000 views.
Yeah. It was a slow burn, I think.
It was a
took
slow
while,
burn.
But I feel like people that want to learn have searched it and used it, so that's great. And then my bonsai tree.
And then Ashley did a bonsai tree, which I thought that video was going to do really well, but fortunately it is not.
It is not. I don't know why. I was really excited to make that bonsai
It's a nice bonsai tree.
Thank you.
Great bonsai
I think it looks really nice as well, but I guess not everyone was in love with it. That's
Maybe
okay.
it was a thumbnail.
Maybe.
I don't
It
know.
was in our earlier
It wasn't the
days.
greatest thumbnail.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't really. It was this year.
Oh, was it this year? I don't remember. But
It's so long ago.
so long ago. But what I'm excited to try to do, and it will not be right away because we need to wait in between sports and stuff, so I have a little bit of extra time. But what I would like to do is a waterfall in one of the bigger tanks, so either in the 90 gallon or in the 220. I haven't decided yet. I've been looking up some other YouTubers to see their recommendations for how to make a waterfall. I think I want to do one that is like a dual waterfall. I have all these ideas, but I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do. So I have to make out a plan, and then once we do it, we'll film it, all the steps and everything, and put it all together and edit it nicely. So hopefully people like it, but we'll have to see how it turns out. But that's my next project.
I would think that it would go in this one
Yeah, probably.
because of the color of the sand.
Yeah.
Because the sand will come through. That one's black and a little more coarse sand. It does have sand, but it's also got a little bit of gravel.
True.
mixed in it.
Yeah. So it'll probably be in here,
It's pool filter sand.
which will mean that we'll have to do some aquascaping, which that I can't reach, so I'll just have to tell Ron what to do and how to move things around. And yeah, but that's my next project. So if any of you have any tips, please comment or let us know, because I've just started researching it. So we'll see how it turns out.
Meanfish9 says, Mile High Plecos, how do I find your listings? And is it Mike or Trevor? I'm confused. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what his name is. Just look for him on Instagram. Mile High Plecos on Instagram. Priscilla MK Art, hello. Thank you. Joe's Fish Garage. Hello, Joe. Thanks for stopping in. Mandy, my hectic life pet, says that a waterfall in your 220 would be awesome. Also, Mandy, I haven't watched your video yet today, but it is in my save for watch later, which is growing to like 11 videos in there. But I will get to them all.
Oh yeah.
Because I always do.
He always does. He gets to them all.
Priscilla MK Art says Aquapros has a great video on it. I watched one.
Okay.
I just watched one of Mike's videos yesterday. One of his older ones on something else.
Okay, well thank you. I'll have to look that up and see. Yeah.
Skipper's Aquariums, hello everyone. Cichlids23, hello everybody. Hello. But Mandy, you know I'm gonna get to it, right? Because anytime you do something that's fish related, I always watch it. I think I don't know that I missed one.
No, he watches a lot of them, and I always hear about them. There's lots though, so I try to keep track.
Yeah.
But I hear about a lot of the fish videos that he's watching. Between him and our son, it's like fish videos all the time. So.
Joe's Fish Garage says, moved my fish room from Florida to Georgia and decided to transfer most of my stuff. Wishing I had sold it off and started over, but moved this weekend, fingers crossed.
Oh.
That'd be a hard one to do. Like, there'd be some fish that would be hard to
Move.
sell.
Oh, and sell, yeah.
Sentimental value.
Oh yeah, for sure. Our kids have already told us the ones that they're okay with flushing, and the other ones that we have to bury in the yard. So now we sort of have a list of which ones are more sentimental to them than others, which was an interesting conversation in the car the other day.
Yeah. Which, a better option for flushing is throwing in green waste.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
Sorry.
I hope you're not flushing.
Well, you and Ben take care of it. If it obviously.
The only reason for that is because if that fish is diseased, it gets flushed. I'm sure it's fine, but I just don't want to take the chance.
Right, that's
It
right.
could
I know
spread
you told me
disease.
and I forgot. It's usually when
But
I'm
Ashley
really,
doesn't really do
I don't
that.
really deal with it. Ron and Ben
Ashley doesn't do the water changes.
I don't do any of that at all. Like, that was the deal. If we're gonna have fish tanks, that I did nothing other than help make it look pretty. So I actually am not involved with any of that. So I just assumed that's what you guys do. I'm sorry.
Joe's Fish Crush says, especially his line of guppies I've been working on for 3 years, and my super reds and my flower horn. Yeah, that would be hard.
Oh, yeah. That would be hard.
Good thing you transferred. You decided to transfer.
Yeah.
Well, what else have we got, Ash? Do we have
I
anything?
think that's it. That's our future project. Got a couple videos in the works.
We've got one. We went to the fish store last Friday for BOGO, so we have an unboxing video coming
Oh,
out
yeah?
this Friday.
Yeah.
And then we've got one other one in the can, and then there's another one that I have an idea for that I'm hoping you'll edit.
Like I said, if you ask me nicely.
Okay, and then live streams.
Yeah.
Next week we have got Ray's Aquarium, which I'm looking forward to that one.
It's gonna be great.
That's gonna be good.
Great.
That's booked with that date, and then the following date. So that's February 13th. That one's going to be at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern time, because Ray's over on the East Coast. Works better for her. And then the following week after that, we've got Bentley Pascal, which is going to be, I believe, back to the 7 p.m. time. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. Terry Lindsay says, bettas, separate the male and female with a piece of glass and feed the female good. The female is getting really plump.
Yes.
Candy says, awesome, love Ray. Yeah, she's awesome. She's a very talented filmmaker.
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
Yeah. I think that's all we have. So I think, are you gonna go to spin class tonight?
I may pass. Might pass tonight.
That's okay.
Yeah. It's been too much fun here. Had some wine. Just relax for the rest of the evening. Go again another day.
Okay, well, I appreciate everyone for coming in. Now I did have a few other people that were kind of like getting back to when Ashley's coming in. Or they were saying like, I can do February 6th. But I'd already, I'd asked Ashley in like October if she would come on sometime. She was like, maybe. And then
I kept saying
took a
no.
while, then I was
Kept
like,
saying
okay, you're gonna come on this day, and then somebody would say they could come on, so then okay, you don't have to. And then this time I was like, okay, you're gonna come on February 6th. And Ashley said, okay, yes. And then 2 people have said, I can do February 6th, and I was like, ooh, it's booked. We're solid guest, I can't move her. So Ashley was on tonight. Was happy to have her.
Thank
Ashley,
you. Thanks
thank
for
you
having
very much.
me. You're a
Thank you
great
for coming.
host.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
You're a
Thank you
great
so
guest.
much for everyone for coming. It was fun.
It was fun.
Maybe I'll come on again in the future if people will have me.
Maybe we'll have, maybe you can always come on. We have another guest that you're interested in
Yeah.
talking to sometime.
Yeah.
Otter Creek, hello. We're just kind of winding down. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the super chats. I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the mods, for hanging out, for the regulars that are always on here, for the newbies. Thank you very much for coming. I hope you enjoyed what you saw.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you very much, Ashley, and we'll see everybody next week.
Yes, you
For
will.
another edition of Friday Fish Facts. Now I gotta get up and turn off the thing. Woo!